Your mind is playing tricks on you right now, and you don't even know it. Welcome back to Big Brain Fuel, where we expose the hidden forces controlling your thoughts. Today, we're revealing 10 psychological tricks your brain uses against you every single day. Number 10. The Dunning-Kruger Effect, one of the most humbling psychological phenomena. This cognitive bias explains why people with low ability at a task often overestimate their ability. It's not about arrogance, but about a double curse. Not only are they incompetent, but their incompetence robs them of the ability to recognize just how incompetent they are. Researchers Dunning and Kruger found this in studies where the bottom 25% of performers consistently estimated their skills to be in the top 30%. The scary part? We're all vulnerable to this in areas where we lack expertise. Number 9. Confirmation bias. Your brain's favorite shortcut that becomes your biggest enemy. This is our tendency to search for, interpret, and remember information that confirms our pre-existing beliefs. If you believe a certain political party is corrupt, you'll notice every story that confirms this, while dismissing contradictory evidence. Social media algorithms exploit this by showing you content you already agree with, creating echo chambers. The most dangerous part? We do this completely unconsciously, convinced we're being objective. Number 8. Analysis paralysis, when too much choice becomes a psychological prison. Modern life offers endless options. 50 different toothpaste brands, 200 TV channels, millions of potential partners online. But psychologist Barry Schwartz calls this the paradox of choice. Instead of making us happier, overwhelming options can lead to decision fatigue, anxiety, and ultimately, no decision at all. Studies show that when presented with 6 types of jam, 30% of people buy one. When presented with 24 types, only 3% can decide. Number 7. The Mandela Effect, when false memories become collective reality. Thousands of people vividly remember Nelson Mandela dying in prison in the 1980s, despite him actually being released and becoming president. Others swear the Berenstain Bears were called Berenstein, or that Curious George had a tail. Psychologists explain this as a combination of confabulation and social reinforcement. When groups of people share the same incorrect memories, they feel more real. This shows how unreliable human memory truly is, and how easily our minds can create fictional realities together. Number 6. The self-fulfilling prophecy, where expectations create reality. If you wake up convinced you'll have a terrible day, you'll unconsciously behave in ways that make that happen. You might be short with people, miss opportunities, or interpret neutral events negatively. Psychological studies show that teachers who expect certain students to perform better actually get better results from them, simply through subtle encouragement and attention. Your beliefs don't just predict your future, they actively create it. Number 5. The halo effect, when one good trait blinds us to everything else. If someone is physically attractive, we automatically assume they're also intelligent, kind, and competent. Companies often hire based on this effect rather than actual qualifications. In one famous study, students rated more attractive professors as better teachers, even when they had identical credentials. This mental shortcut explains why first impressions are so powerful and so often wrong. Number 4. The Baader-Meinhof phenomenon, also known as frequency illusion. This is when you learn something new and then suddenly start seeing it everywhere. You buy a red car and suddenly notice red cars on every street. You learn a new word and hear it 3 times the next day. This isn't a coincidence. It's your brain's pattern recognition system working overtime. Once something becomes relevant to you, your selective attention highlights it while filtering out all the times you encountered it before. It's proof that your perception of reality is heavily edited by your brain's current interests. Number 3. Cognitive dissonance. The mental discomfort that drives irrational behavior. When your actions contradict your beliefs, your brain can't handle the contradiction. So instead of changing your behavior, it changes your beliefs. Smokers who know cigarettes cause cancer might convince themselves that everyone dies of something anyway. People in cults who predict the end of the world will rationalize why it didn't happen, rather than admitting they were wrong. Your mind would rather rewrite reality than admit it made a mistake. Number 2. The Bystander Effect. The more people watching, the less help you'll receive. When someone needs emergency help in a crowded place, each individual assumes someone else will take action. In the famous Kitty Genovese case, dozens of witnesses heard her screams, but no one intervened. Psychologists call this diffusion of responsibility. In groups, we feel less personally accountable. This explains why sometimes the safest place to have a heart attack isn't in a crowd, but with just 1 or 2 people present. Number 1. The Spotlight Effect. Everyone's too busy thinking about themselves to notice you. You walk into a room with a stain on your shirt and feel like all eyes are on you. In reality, most people are so preoccupied with their own insecurities, they barely notice yours. Psychological studies show we consistently overestimate how much others notice and remember about our appearance and behavior. That social anxiety you feel, it's mostly in your head, and understanding this can be incredibly liberating. So which of these psychological tricks has your brain been playing on you? Was it the confirmation bias reinforcing your beliefs, or the spotlight effect magnifying your insecurities? The first step to beating these mental tricks is recognizing they exist. Subscribe to Big Brain Fuel because understanding your mind is the ultimate power move.